Everybody, chat with Nobody Else's Auto. It is Sunday evening, 7 o'clock, September 27th. Time for Sunday night live chat. Since we are live, we'll give everybody 20 or 30 seconds to start jumping on with us, and then we will get rolling into the night chat. All right, we've got a few people starting to jump on with us. We'll go ahead and get ready to get started rolling here. As always, anybody's got any questions, comments, throw them up there. We'll try to get to them. We've got Terry on with us on Facebook, so it looks like Facebook comments are working. We'll keep an eye on YouTube also. So, as always, we are on two formats tonight, both Facebook and YouTube. So, if you see me glancing back and forth between the screens, that's what I'm looking at, checking Facebook and YouTube. Kevin's on with us. Our buddy Jason's on with us. Jason, our truck driving buddy, out on the road running OTR. So, glad Jason's back. Vegas is on with us. Thanks for being here, Vegas. So, as I'm jumping back and forth, that's what I'm watching. I'm a good buddy. Bill Twitch is on with us. Chris is on YouTube. Chris is one of the regulars. Thanks for being back, Chris. And that tells me also that we've got YouTube rolling with comments as well. So it's always nice when the systems cooperate, because they don't always cooperate with us. So as always, thanks for coming back. I appreciate you stopping by and hanging out with us. We got Dan from Defiance on. Dan's another one of our regulars. Ottawa's on. Hey, everybody. Tom from Ottawa, thanks for being here, everybody. Dennis is on YouTube. We got a great group jumping on with us. Russ from New York's on with us. Northern New York. Wow, he's clear up there. Randy's on Facebook. He's another one of our regulars. Really appreciate you guys coming back. It means a lot. We've got a great group hanging out here. We're having a lot of fun. Got Vermont on with us. So really appreciate it. As always, this isn't about me. This is about all of us hanging out because we like the cars, and that's why we're here. So if you've got questions, comments, throw them up there. We can sure try to get to them. Maybe somebody that's on the chat with us may have an answer for you. We got Iowa on, Vermont on Facebook. So great group jumping on with us tonight. Super excited about that. So anyway, what's going on with me here? Obviously, I'm extremely busy. We got Wisconsin on too. Thanks for being here, Wisconsin. With the F&E Collector Auto Auction coming up next Saturday, 1 week from yesterday, we start setting up tomorrow morning. Really excited about that. More consignments coming in daily. I talked to a couple of guys today, even that are listing cars tomorrow. So, there's going to be some more stuff on the website even tomorrow. We added some more right at the end of the week. Let's see. We got Oregon on. Car for a 37 Chevy, Tom. It depends on which one you need. I don't think I've got much in that area that still has engines in it. But if I know which one I'm looking for, there might be a possibility there. Terry having a model train show in Wichita, but that's next week too. Obviously, I'm out for that. I got our good friend Glenn on from Minnesota. Glenn's one of our regulars. Thanks for being here, Glenn. So things are building for the F&E Collector Auto Auction. Cars are going on the website. There'll be more on there tomorrow. We are live on Proxy Bid. The bidding has already started, and then obviously that will run up until next Saturday until the car goes across the block. When we are live on location and live on Proxy Bid when the car hits the block. So obviously getting a ton of loose ends tied up on that, or trying to, so we can start setting up tomorrow for that. California's on, so we got California to New York on with this. We pretty much got her covered all the way across the states. Thanks for being here, everybody. But if you haven't checked that out, check out the page. Just whether you're on Facebook or YouTube, we do have an F&E Collector Auto Auction page on Facebook and channel on YouTube, posting videos on the cars that are starting to come across the block. Stuff that I could get those close enough that I can get videos on. I mean, also we've got cars coming from all across the state and some other areas also that I can't get to. Some of that stuff we're going to do some video on as it gets here this week. We got Danny from Michigan on. That's a good idea, Tom. Give me some more info on that car, but I'll see if I've got anything that maybe we can match up. So be sure to check that out, as well as our website, feclassiccarauction.com. I did post hotel info on the Facebook page of all the hotels in Great Bend. There is one hotel that has reached out and given us a rate for the auction. The Quality Integrated event has given specifically an auction rate. If anybody's interested in coming out and seeing us and hanging out with us next weekend, and if not, like I said, you can always get on Proxy Bid online. We ship a lot of cars out to sell online every year as well. So that's coming up. We'll get into some more of that a little bit later when I get into the new inventory section. We'll go over the new listing section on the F&E auction when we get a little bit later in the chat. What else did I have going on this week? I did work on my 78 Ford a little bit. That made me happy. I'm actually super excited about that truck. 47 Dodge Coupe, Stephen. I do not have any 47 Coupes. I've only got one 4748 Dodge, and it is a 4-door. So do not have anything there. I do have a Plymouth Coupe in that era. If anything, we'll interchange. So actually, two Plymouth Coupes, 42 and 47 in that era. So not much. I gave it a bath. I changed oil in it and stuff, and just looking it over. Needs some work. Radiator's leaking, some things like that. So let's see. Dan's got some connection problems on his end. I hope we're not having too much issue on YouTube. He said he's got some weather problems. Hopefully that's it. As always, I'm plugged directly into my router. We had a lot of trouble with the Wi-Fi in the past, so I've got both computers plugged directly into the router so that I hopefully do not have any connection issues on my end. Definitely don't want to make it difficult on you guys to hang out with us. So working on the 78 F250, try to get you a video on that probably right after the auction so you can get a little better look at that truck, because I'm more excited about that truck than anything. I've been for a long time. So we'll bring you the full story on that and a good walk around on that. We did a lot on location when I picked that truck up a couple weeks ago. If you missed that, you can go back and check that video out as well. The other thing that tied me up a lot this weekend, and something else is kind of interesting, especially if you're a racing fan. The Lucas Oil Drag Racing event was here in Great Bend this weekend at the SRCA drag strip. And if any of you do follow drag racing, you may have heard of Great Bend, Kansas. As crazy as it sounds, our local drag strip is where they held the very first NHRA national event in 1955. So a lot of history out here, a lot of history with NHRA. And Wally Park brought the first national event here in 55. So when they have these big races, it's a pretty neat deal. I know all those guys. I raced out there in high school, very familiar with it. And I started helping them out with a lot of their video stuff. So if you're on Facebook, check out the SRCA drag strip page. You can see a bunch of the work we did out there this weekend on videos. If you're on YouTube, I did post a couple videos with my friend Jake Stevens and his Top Alcohol dragster. He took some time out of his busy schedule to give us a little bit of a walk around, explain some of the things that happen with those cars and what makes those cars run low 5-second lap times at 275 miles an hour. So that was pretty neat. He gave us a little bit of an insight on there. So you can definitely check those videos out as well. If you're on Facebook, you might jump over to YouTube to check those out, or check them out on the SRCA dragster page. I have not posted those to my page, so you can always check those out there. Lots of exciting things going on out there, though. That track is it is the same track that they ran on in 1955. The starting line's in a little bit different position, but it is still at the same place. Now, why is that there? It's on a couple miles outside of town. There's tons of concrete out there. The full pits are concrete. It's an old B-29 base. Great Bend was a B-29 bomber training base in World War II, along with Pratt, Kansas, Salina, Kansas, and Walker, Kansas. So that's why they have this facility they essentially set up to be able to hold the very first national event in 1955. And obviously, the concrete is starting to get rough in some spots. The bulk of it is still okay. I mean, it's been there for 75 years, but or over 75 years. But the bulk of it is still okay. But the drag strip itself obviously takes a lot of use and abuse. And actually, they have a grant to replace the drag strip. They're going to start at the water box and go 3/8 of a mile with brand new concrete, starting here in about 2 weeks. So Great Bend is actually going to have probably one of the premier drag strips in the country. The track is going to be second to none. It is run by a complete 100% volunteer crew, members of the Sunflower Rod and Custom Association, which is where the SRCA comes from, which is also the group that hosted the 1955 Nationals. is running the track today. They've got a state grant to replace the track. However, the grant only covers the drag strip itself, the flat part. They would like to actually pour full concrete retaining walls as they pour the strip. That is not included in the grant, as well as the timing system needs to be moved, and obviously they have to reset all that stuff and make sure that there's appropriate set up on the track for the timing system, things like that. They estimate all that at $250,000. So they're on a big fundraiser right now, and they've been getting a lot of donations, a lot of contributions. The Sunflower Rod and Custom Association is a complete 501c3 non-profit corporation. So if anything is all tax deductible, they will give you a receipt. Anybody that is a drag racing fan or a drag racing history fan, this is a piece of history that is going to go on for the next several generations now, because it is going to be a top-notch facility. So I got a couple comments I need to get to. Dan found him a short bet on the auction site, so jump on there, Dan. If you can't be here, you can always jump on Proxy Bid online. We got Russ from Rusty's Muscle Classic in Grove, Oklahoma, checking in. 60 Chevy or 57 Chevy project car. Glad you're here, Glenn. I'm going through your comments right now. I do have some 57s on the auction next week. You might want to check out. There's a couple of 57 Chevys listed in the auction. I don't have any 60s on there. I don't have any 60s in stock. But check out FBClassicCarAuction.com. There are a few 57s on there for next week. So that's what's going on with the SRCA drag strip. It's a great place. Obviously, like I said, I've been hanging out there since I was a little kid. My dad took me to the drags out there when I was a kid, and obviously it goes back to 1955, or actually a little prior to that. They just got the national event in 1955. So really exciting deal. And the fact that here in Great Bend, we're going to have one of the premier drag strips in the country is just amazing. So the city owns the property. It is out at the expo complex near the airport. It is city-owned property. It is a state historic site. So it is going to be there, which in today's world, with not only drag strips, but just racetracks in general, being squeezed out, pushed out, this one's going to be here. I got a comment on Facebook, Baylands Raceway. I have not heard of that, Stephen. That's one I have not heard of. But that's what's cool about it. A lot of these tracks, the development moves towards them, cities move towards them, they get pushed out. This is on city-owned property, and it is a historic site. You can't even put a stake in the ground within a certain square footage of the area that is designated as a state historic site without state approval. So that's what's really cool, because this is going to be around, and that's skeptical on a lot of racetracks. Rocky Mountain Raceway got fired up for drag racing. Russ, that was great when Rocky Mountain Raceway was here. The grant actually came through about a year and a half ago, or a little over, about a year ago, I think, is when the grant came through. But the Raceway thing here is great. It brought a lot more publicity to the track, and we're just trying to get those funds raised, because it would be so great to be able to pour the concrete retaining walls as they are doing the track. So check them out at SRCADragstrip.com is the website. You can make donations on there. Check out the Facebook page that where we did a bunch of videos stuff this weekend, and like I said, I've got a few posted with my buddy James Stevens on YouTube. I just Top Alcohol Dragster, which he did win today, by the way. He won the Top Alcohol Dragster class. Super excited for those guys. James is a super great guy. I got a lot of friends that help him out, and a great group of guys. So that took a lot of my time this weekend, as well as trying to get all my loose ends tied up to so I can start setting up for the auction tomorrow morning. So that's what's cooking here. 39 to 47 Dodge Sun Visors. I don't know if I assume we're talking truck Riley if we're talking 39 to 47 on that body style, and I don't know if we're talking inner or outer on that. So best thing to give me a shout after we get done here, and I can get you on my list. Trivia. Who wants to play a little trivia? Anybody up for some trivia? Tonight, I'm going to send somebody a Haviland Texaco can. This is a steel round painted can. A few dings and dents, pretty decent graphics yet. Red, white, and blue. The Dodge truck sun visor is an outer, and I don't really even know what you need on that because that is a crank out windshield. So that's a pretty tricky one to find. That is split windshield. So most of the visors in that era that fit that style of size are center mount, and that's a crank out windshield. So that's kind of, I don't even know for sure what visor you would need to make work on that application. So anyway, gonna give away a can. Texaco Haviland, kind of like our Texaco Diesel Chief sign we got up tonight. I got Kevin on with us. Hey Kevin, glad you're here. I know you're one of our regulars. Thanks for coming back. Trivia, Toy Tuesday last week. I did through part of the finds from the Highway 36 treasure hunt last weekend. This Tuesday, we will catch the rest of the stuff I got on the treasure hunt. That is toys, novelties, interesting type memorabilia stuff from the treasure hunt. However, on last week's Toy Tuesday from the treasure hunt, I got another super cool pedal car. Unlike any of the pedal cars that I've had. What is it? What brand and what name was it? Neat pedal car, totally unique design. It is a pedal car, but not something that you commonly see. So I will keep an eye on the screens and the comments to see if anybody remembers what that pedal car was. If you can at least give me the name, I'll take the name if you don't remember the manufacturer. So I'll keep an eye on that, and let's talk about some new inventory. Obviously, my week was bananas. I did pick up a few cars. Nothing super interesting, but I did pick up a couple cars that I'm going to sit out back and let them sit here because I think there may be potentially some future collectability to it. I did pick up a big late 80s Lincoln Town car. It's even black. I haven't checked the trunk yet, but it is a Terry says George Jetson. That's kind of what it looks like, but that's not what it's called. Big black late 80s Lincoln Town car. I had a kind of a funky van dropped off that I haven't seen in years that may ring a bell with you guys. And I don't know if anybody's ever going to want these things or not, but they're super weird. A 95 aluminum APV van. You know, they had the old Silhouette and the Pontiac Transport. The old looked like kind of space shuttle fuselage. But there again, I haven't seen one in years. I don't know if anybody's ever going to care. No, Maddie, it's not a Toyota. It's not a Cadillac. I do have a Cadillac. It was not the Cadillac. So I thought I'll stick it out back and see if anybody ever does need parts from aluminum APV. Then I did pick up another one that there again I think may have some future collectability. A PT Cruiser Turbo convertible. It's hitting the front end, but there again, 20 years ago, PT Cruisers went absolutely bananas. And, right now we don't think about them that much. They're shine obviously wore off. I've got a lot of guesses coming in, but I do not have it as of yet, so keep an eye on that. So that PT Cruiser Turbo convertible, like I said, I'm gonna sit it out back and cover up the top so it doesn't, shred off there, and let her sit around for a while. You never know. It's something different, something a little funky. It's a convertible, it's a turbo, so something kind of different there. So nothing really exciting, but I'll sit them out back and line them up. Somebody may need something off one of these days. 65 Malibu wagon in the metal around the rear side windows. I don't know if we're talking two-door or four-door on that, Russ, or an interior or an exterior. The only thing I've got close, I've got a 65 special four-door wagon. If anything off of that would work. It's the only I've got a 64, 65 A-body wagon. So, still don't have the correct answer yet. So I'll keep an eye on that yet for a little bit. And we'll start talking about some F&E Collector Auto Auction new inventory that was listed this week. And like I said, I do know there will be more left tomorrow. Jason says his wife had a PT Cruiser, and I guess all drivers are not fun on PT Cruisers. So I've never done one, Jason, so I couldn't argue with that one way or the other. New listings on F&E Collector Auto Auction this week. We have set the run order. When we set them on Proxibid, we did have to set a run order. So the order that they are in is the order they're going to run. As of right now, anything that's coming in is getting tacked on the end of the sale. So that has been set. That way we can follow it with Proxibid. So you'll know if there is something you're interested in, you'll have an idea when going to go across the block, whether you're going to try to get out of that day or whether you're going to watch a proxy bid. What was listed? 1973 Buick Electra 225, big old four hard top cruiser. Once again, not one of those cars that's a super high dollar car. But man, if somebody just wants something that's fun, something that big old sled to jump in and go roll with your buddies and hang out and have a good time, do it in style. Some of those cars like that, the 70s cars are getting super hard to find, and you can still pick some of those up fairly reasonably and have a ton of fun with them. Really a ton of fun with Electra 225. There we go. Stephen Venus got it. It is the AMF probe. He put the and probe, and I'm pretty sure that was probably supposed to be AMF thanks to AutoCredit. Stephen Venus did get it. It is an AMF probe. It is the pedal card that I got. If you missed that video, go back and check it out. It is a super unique pedal card. So, when we get done tonight, Stephen, give me a call. I'll get your address, and I will send you this Texaco Havoline motor oil can. 1954 Chevy pickup, 3100 short bed, 5-window barn find, still in the barn actually. That they're supposed to be bringing us this week. I can't tell much about it because it is covered in dirt. But it might be a good one. Don't know yet. Haven't seen it in person, but be sure to check that one out. 1963 Buick Riviera is listed. Terry said he said that before. It didn't feed me, Terry, on that one. Because I don't have you on that, so that must have been an issue. Go and give me a call. I'll see if I can find another can for you, but it did not feed that on my end. Stephen was the first one that fed to me, so probably a little technical difficulty there. Apologize for that. It does happen sometimes with the system. All I can work with is what they're feeding me. So, white, black interior, 63 Buick Riviera got listed. Those are cool cars. 1982 Honda Trail 70. Those little mini bikes are getting crazy popular. So this is a nice little bike that we got listed. It is no reserve. Carousel Red 1975 Trans Am. Obviously, Trans Ams are extremely popular, great cars. Gorgeous 1966 GTO 389 Tri-Power 4-speed. 88 Jeep Comanche pickup, something you don't see very often anymore. Got one of those listed this week. 1967 Chevy C20, 3/4 ton long bed, patina truck that everything underneath's been done. Completely drivable. Guy drives at 45 miles every day. Rebuilt transmission, rebuilt rear end, tuned up and ready to roll. 1966 Ford pickup. 1982 Mercedes-Benz 380, one of those little roadsters, removable hardtop. Sharp 1966 Chevelle bright red. 1975 Corvette, 1949 Willys Jeepster, which is a really neat little car that you don't see very often. And it was a pretty much original. It's had one repaint years and years and years ago. But the interior looks really original. It's got an optional of the larger 6-cylinder in it. Kind of a neat car, something you don't see very often. So be sure to check all that stuff out as well. And we're definitely looking forward to what's to the sale happening next Saturday. Like I said, phones are still ringing, the stuff is still coming in. So super excited to see what we're going to have in the email box in the morning on some more consignments. So anyway, be sure to check that stuff out. If there's anything you've got a question on, you can always call me too. If there is something you want to bid on and you've got any questions about it, you can always call me. And when the car gets here, I can double check some things for you if you have an extra question about it or anything like that. But this is our 5th one. We're having a lot of fun doing them, and they've been going well. We've had great success. We have a beer garden, we have a barbecue vendor. Start off the day with some memorabilia. I know Rico and Jeff are going to come out and see me. We're going to hang out and have a good time. And thanks, Terry. Terry says just go ahead and give it to Stephen. Appreciate that. I apologize. Like I said, when the system doesn't feed me, there just isn't much I can do about it. I'm sure when I go back afterwards and refresh everything, I'm sure it'll probably pop up. But unfortunately, I got to work with what it's given me. So, as always, that's what I've got for tonight. If anybody else has any questions, comments, go ahead and throw them up there. I'm going to be bringing some video from the auction as we're setting it up. as cars roll in, a lot of these cars are coming from different areas across the state, and I think even a few from out of state. So as those cars roll in, we'll be feeding some videos on that. Definitely the FE Collector Auto Auction pages, both on YouTube and Facebook. So we'll definitely be feeding some of that stuff onto those pages. You can check that stuff out. If there is something you're interested in, by all means, check it out. Maybe we've already done a video on it. Some of the stuff we've had access to, or we personally went and listed. We try to shoot some video on it, especially for you guys that can't be here. I understand that's a big deal. That if we can feed you that video and give you a better idea of what you're actually looking at. I know it makes you feel better if you're going to bid online or something like that. So that's something we try to do that a lot of the bigger auctions can't do for you, but we sure try to do it. It works. It's great for our consigners, and it's great for our buyers as well to be able to do as much of that as possible. We got Dan on YouTube. He said his wife's already going to take his phone and his computer and lock him up on Saturday. So that's good. I hope you found some cool stuff on there, Dan. You just have to find a way to sneak off to a computer so you can bid on some stuff. But as always, I always appreciate you guys stopping by. Glenn says thanks. Glenn, you don't have to thank me. I appreciate you guys being here today. Hey, that's great. Terry picked up a bed for his 46 Dodge. That's sweet. Those are tough to find too. A utility bed even. What do I have for Studebakers 53 and up? Not much. I've got 156 Hawk, and I've got a couple of Larks, one of them being a Wagonaire. But when I get past 53, I've got 155 President four-door. I do not have much when I get past 53, Jim. So it gets pretty slim pickings when you get into the mid-50s up on Studebaker for me. I think that's literally about it. The 55 President, 56 Hawk, and then those couple of Larks is all I can even think of. I do have some earlier Studebaker stuff. And as far as doing some videos on that stuff, Jim, as I get things situated and sorted with all the cars moving to the bad place, the cars in the new yard, as I start getting these areas built, which I try to keep light type stuff together, I'm going to keep feeding you guys videos on that, but I just don't know when I'm going to get to it. But that's the stuff I do have in newer than 53 Studebaker. If there's anything there that will work for you, you need pieces off of, by all means, give me a call, and I'll get you on my notepad and see if there's anything I've got here for you. But the bulk of my Studebaker stuff is about 41 to 52, actually. So both truck and car in that 41 to 52 era. So anyway, we'll go ahead and start wrapping up here. I know you guys don't want to sit here and listen to me all night. But as always, I super appreciate you coming by. It means a lot. It'd be pretty boring if I was sitting here talking to a computer by myself. So the fact that you guys take some time out of your night to come by and hang out means a lot. And the group that we've got on here, I see a ton of these names every week, and I can't tell you guys thanks enough, because it's the group of us that is making this fun and making it enjoyable, and that's what's great about it. Because we're all here for a reason. We like the cars, we like never leave. We can talk about cars, and that's what's fun about it. So that's why I always try to bring up everybody else's comments as we do it, because that's what it's about. It's about us. So yeah, Jason likes the Studebaker trucks too. Thanks for that, Jason. So anyway, as always, got any questions, give me a call. This week is going to be kind of bananas, obviously, with the auction going on, getting ready for the auction. So there are going to be days where I can't answer for a while. I will try to get to whatever I can. If there is a car or a vehicle that somebody is interested in, you need more information on it, because you do want to try to bid on it online, by all means, give me a call, and I can let you know when it gets here, or try to get you some more details on it. And I'll try parts calls. I'm going to take as much as I can and get you on my list. I just can't tell you exactly what day I'm going to have time to check the stuff. So anyway, that's what I have going. Going to be an exciting week. I hope some of you guys can make it out. I'd love to see some of you guys. Love to meet some of you guys. If you do get here, by all means, let me up, say hi. I'm going to be extremely busy, but that's all right. I definitely would love to meet any of you that could make it out to the auction. It is a good time. It is a lot of fun, and that's one thing that has really been nice for us, both my partner Chris and I, is every year we get more and more comments from people that said, we just had a heck of a good time. We had a lot of fun. They brought their buddies with them. They got some barbecue. They had a few beers. Some of them bought a car. Some of them didn't. But it all boils down to the fact everybody had a good time. So it's crazy up there. I think Lynn's in Minnesota, if I remember correctly. So it's crazy up here. So I hope everything stays calm down here in Kansas. But that's what I'm going to be doing. Hope to see some of you there. If not, jump on CrossFit. Follow along there. See what's going on. Throw in a few bids. Maybe you can snag one and we can ship one up to you if you can't get here and hang out this next Saturday. So thanks for watching, everybody. As always, questions, comments, concerns, you want to give me a call. Steven, give me a shout out. If we get done, I'll get your address written down. And at some point, I'll get this can mailed to you this week. I don't know how this week is going to go for shipping either, but I will definitely put your name on it. So thanks for watching, everybody. Appreciate you being here. Tomorrow night, I got a Corvair video coming up tomorrow night. Be sure to check that out. Mostly Corvair. I think there's one or two other cars in there from the new yard. Wednesday night, I will bring you some stuff from the auction. Friday night, I will probably even bring you some stuff from the auction as well, because that's where we're going to be. We open up Friday night for a live preview night. So a couple more questions just popped up real quick before we bail off. I do have some 66, 67 sport wagon roofs. It just depends all on what you need. You need glass, you need trim, things like that. So I've got roofs for 64 to 67 sport wagons. Like I said, it just depends all on what you need and what you're trying to do. So I did miss that comment a second ago. So anyway, best thing is give me a call on that, and we can talk about exactly what you need and what you're trying to do on that roof clip. So anyway, let's wrap her up, or try to again. Thanks for being here. Keep your eyes peeled. Lots of videos will be coming from the auction this week. Got any questions, give me a shout, and stay tuned. We'll hopefully be showing you a bunch more cool rides, because I don't even know what all's going to show up this week yet, especially off the phone calls I had today. So thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you stopping by. We will see you soon.